Greetings, fellow Transformers fans! Welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews. So today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series number 88 Deluxe Class, Revenge of the Fallen Sideways. Yes, I finally have a Sideways in my collection. I don't even have the Unicron Trilogy Sideways. No, I don't have Armada Sideways. I don't have Cybertron Sideways. I only have this. Okay, I don't have the original Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe either. I only have this one. But it's a pretty good figure in my opinion. But before we review this guy proper, I would like to take a look at this packaging right now. So of course there is no plastic cover, and I really do not like that at all. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't know. They should have just kept the plastic cover altogether. I don't know why. I still don't like it. You know, they did the same thing with Legacy and Buzzworthy Bumblebee. I can't accept it. I cannot. I guess I have to live with it, but oh well. But yes, you have a nice image there of Sideways in his robot mode. His name is Sideways. He is indeed a Decepticon. He's number 88 of the Studio Series Studio Series toy line. I'm sorry. You got the Transformers logo on the side. You got the Generations logo on the top. You got Revenge of the Fallen. Of course, Revenge of the Fallen. What scene does he come with? Okay. We have a full image of Sideways on this side of the box, and again, they should put a Decepticon logo instead of an Autobot logo for Decepticons. This still makes me mad, I'm sorry, but anyway, he is number 88, Studio Series, Sideways. He's indeed the Deluxe Class, and you do have the back of the box, which shows the obligatory product information. We have the robot mode, we have the vehicle mode, we have 20 steps of transformation, and what backdrop does he include? He includes the Shanghai Pursuit backdrop. Well, that's the only place he appeared, but anyway. What's his bio? His bio says, Sideways attempts a speedy escape through the Shanghai streets before being sliced in half by Sideswipe. Wow, that is so true. Oh my goodness, that is so freaking true. That is really true, because that actually happened in the movie itself. That, like, wow. I'm shocked. But anyway, so we are done looking at the box itself. So now let us move over to the review table and you know, and review this guy proper. So let's get it on, man. Let's go. So here we have Decepticon Sideways, fully transformed into his vehicle mode. Now, I know a lot of you guys might be upset because this is not a licensed Audi. Yes, in the movie he transformed into an Audi R8 vehicle, but this figure doesn't. And I know that might upset you guys a little bit, but I don't mind it because it still looks good. It still looks like a good looking car mode. You know, it kind of resembles the Audi R8, kinda. You know, it kinda resembles the car mode, but not 100%. But you know, you can see the back of the car. It looks very nicely detailed. I like that. You got the red for the tail lights. Got some nice molding right here as well. He has a lot of silver paint in the vehicle mode. I wish these parts were picked out in silver to help the car match, but it is what it is. And I like the silver striping right here on the top of the vehicle. Very nice. And yeah, I wish the rims were painted silver, but it's not the end of the world for me. You know, you could. I mean, if you really want to, you could take a silver Sharpie and just paint the rims, you know, silver if you really want to. But the wheels are nicely sculpted, nicely molded, and they do roll pretty freely, so he can, of course, roll around, which is really nice. But yeah, all in all though, I really like this vehicle mode. I really like the look of this vehicle mode. It looks nice. It looks really nice, very shiny, and I like it. I really like it. You can see the place where you put the petrol in the car, so yeah, right. Looks really nice. Looks good. You know, he has his head right there on the bottom, of course. So, and of course you have the feet right here, and then you can see the arms. But you know, the transformation is actually not that hard to do. So, yeah. But yeah, Yeah. But yeah, I like the look of this vehicle mode. I do quite like it. It's very, very nice. And yeah, alright. So now let's talk about the weapon. Let's talk about this thing. Now, in the movie, he never had a gun to begin with. This actually came from the video game itself. From the Revenge of the Fallen video game, the PlayStation game, I think. Yes, that is where I saw this gun, and yeah, and it's nice that they included something that came that appeared in the game, with an on-screen character. So that's nice. That's real nice. So you do have two tabs right here. Of course, you can store this in the vehicle mode. There are two slots on the back, so you just plug this on the back like that, and there you go. There we go. There is your storage for vehicle mode. Yes, and it looks really weird and ugly, and I mean, usually I don't really care for weapon storage, so yeah, I'm not gonna complain about the weapon storage. Of course there could be a way, to store this thing hiding underneath the car, but there's no space underneath there, so you can't really hide it underneath the vehicle mode. So unfortunately, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So now let's bring in some comparisons. All right, so chop. First off, I'm gonna show Sideways with his wave mates, Darker Moon Bumblebee, and of course Studio Series 86 RC. And this is a very nice looking wave of Studio Series Deluxes. All these three figures, in my opinion anyway, they're really solid. Although he had a looseness issue at first, but I fixed that issue. We'll get into that in a little bit, I promise you. So yeah, but yeah, they look good. They look good. They look really good together, and I really like these figures, and I can't wait to have more Studio Series Deluxes in my collection. So we're gonna move on to the next size comparison for today, so I will be right back. Just for fun, here is Sideways compared with Studio Series Deluxe Class Movie Barricade, with the one that chopped him in half in the movie, Sideswipe. Yes, yeah, here's the thing. In the movie, when Sideswipe chopped him in half in car mode, Audi felt like, oh my goodness, why did they do this to our car? Come on. Okay, we're not gonna give Hasbro the license, so I guess that is the reason why this car is not a fully licensed Audi. I guess that is the reason. But yeah, stuff happens. Things happen, You just have to live with it. We just have to live with it. So, but anyway, we're going to show off the comparison between Sideways and his Decepticon Lita. So I'll be right back. And there you go. There you have Sideways compared with Studio Series Voyager Class Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. I would put the rest of the Decepticons from Revenge of the Fallen here, but I'm gonna wait for the Fallen to come to my collection so that I can actually do a full group shot of the Revenge of the Fallen Decepticon team. So, and that's including the Constructicons, and that would be a lot to transform, I know, but I can do it. I can do it. So, because I have 5 size comparisons to transform today, so probably I can transform like more than 10. So yeah. But alright, so that is it for the ultimate comparisons right here. So now that we have finished taking a brief look at the vehicle mode, it looks good in my opinion. I really dig it. I really like the look of this car. I really like it. So now we're going to convert Sideways into his bot mode. So to get started, I can't remember the steps. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So we're going to take the back portion of the car. We're going to raise this up a little bit. There we go. And you're going to untab these sections right here, these arm sections right here. Just untab that and bring all that out, just like so. This is on the double hinge. Just bring all that out, just like that, and leave that for now. So now we can take the legs right here, just split them, and just rotate them down, just like so. Just rotate them down like that. There we go. And then bring the feet up. There we go. Bring the feet up like so. And just stand that up. So now I need to raise up the camera a little bit more so that you can see what I'm gonna do at the upper section. So I'll be right back. So here we are at the upper section. So I want to take these doors and just bring them back just like that, and then just bring this down just like that. Gotta make sure that his head feeds in through this gap. So just bring all this back like so, bring all this up just like that, and that should click into place. I'm not sure there's a tab right here that should go into this slot right in there, and there we go. Just make sure that that tabs in just like that, like so. All right, so now you want to take this entire section right here, just bring all this up just like so, just like that, making sure that everything is tabbed in. And you want to take these pieces right here, just raise this up a little bit more, just like that. Rotate the arms down, rotate the arms down like that. So now this piece can go back all the way, just like that. And you want to take this piece right here and just bring this in, bring all that in, and there you go. There you have the chest all done. So now we can deal with the arms right here. So you want to take this panel right here, just flip this out a little bit like so, flip that out, and then you want to take this entire wheel section right here, just bring this back on the double hinge and just flip that into place. Bring the hands together, bring the fingers together, and we have an arm completely done. So do the same thing on the other side. Just bring this back on the double hinge, and then just making sure that everything is looped into place, and just bring the fingers closer together. And I think we're pretty much done with the transformation right here. Just bring this down a little bit more, and there we go. There we have Sideways fully converted into his robot mode. And I do like the look of this guy. I really do like the look of his robot mode. Wait, let me bring down the camera a little bit more. There we go. There we go. So yeah, I really do like the look of this guy. My one main issue with the figure is that the feet are pretty loose, so it definitely is pretty hard to get him to stand, unfortunately. But you know, it's pretty doable. You know, it's doable to make him stand, and he has to do the chicken legs. So you gotta bend his knees in the right position, get him standing right. Yeah, it's quite a chore to get him to stand straight. So yeah, it's quite unfortunate that the feet are quite loose. I did put a little bit of tissue into the ball sockets. It kind of helps. It helps tighten up the ball joint, but yeah, it's unfortunately the feet are still a little bit loose. But he can stand. He can stand. You know. There we go. He can stand like that. There we go. So yeah, he looks pretty good. I do quite like the look of the robot mode. Aesthetics wise, I have no complaints. It's just that the feet could have been a little bit tighter firsthand. So yeah, that's my one issue with the figure. And yeah, I know the insides of the legs, they are pretty hollow. I understand that might enrage some people, but I personally do not care about the hollowness. I don't really want to complain about those, so I just have to live with it. You know, I had to live with it. So anyway, yeah, let's take a look at his head sculpt right here, and it looks really good. And if you didn't know any better, his head sculpt is very kind of similar to Barricade's head sculpt. Well, their designs, both Sideways and Barricade, have similar designs with each other. That doesn't mean that this guy is a retool of Barricade. No. But from what I've heard, his transformation is quite similar to the original Deluxe Barricade from what I've heard, this is what I've heard. So I don't have the original Deluxe barricade, so I can't really disclose that information. I can't really confirm that. So yeah, but if you do have the original Deluxe barricade, do let me know if you do if you have this guy and the original Deluxe barricade, please let me know if the transformation is quite similar between the two. So yeah, but yeah, I really like this figure. I really like this figure. This is my first official Sideways toy, and I'm pretty happy with this guy. I'm very pleased with how Hasbro did this guy. Especially the wheels, especially the hands coming out of the wheels. That's actually that's pretty accurate, to how it looked in the film. So yeah, got some nice silver paint on the arms as well, and some silver paint, on the thighs and on the knees as well, on the chest some more. But I love the head sculpt. The head sculpt is beautiful. I love it. I can see a little bit of red for the eyes. It's in there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's in there. And I've heard that he has light piping. So let's try the light piping test and put the light behind his head. And let's see. I don't know. Wait a second. I think I got something. I think. There we go. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Hey, he kind of has light piping. Yeah, he actually kind of does. You can see his eyes are kind of glowing. So, interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, he has light piping. So that's pretty cool. And his backpack, not that much of a backpack. It's just the back of the car, just folded up, which is really nice. Definitely reminds me of Dino. It definitely reminds me of Dino's transformation. But yeah, he looks good. So let us talk about the articulation with Sideways. So the Sideways' head is on a ball joint, so he can rotate side to side. He can look up quite a lot. He can't look down. The shoulders are on the ball joint. They can rotate both 360. They can move in and out. You can use this hinge, right over here. So you could use that hinge there as well, but that's more for transformation. You do have a little bit of swivel right there. You do have a ball jointed elbow right here. So you do have slightly over 90 degrees of bend. The fingers, they have a hinge right here, and the three fingers right here, they're on a hinge together, so they can move if you really want them to move. And yeah, no wrist swivels, unfortunately. He does have a waist swivel. You have a ball jointed hip, so he can move his legs up like that. He can move back his legs also. He can pretty much do the full splits. Yes, he can do the full splits. You do have a little bit of rotation at the hip. You do have a swivel above the knee. You do have a knee joint, about 90 degrees of bend. And you do have a ball jointed foot, so he can rotate a full 360. And he has a little bit of ankle tilt, a little bit, only a little bit, He doesn't have a lot of range of movement for the ankles, but he does have ankle tilts. Only a little bit, but yeah, he's pretty poseable. He's pretty articulated, and I like that. So yeah, all right. So how does he hold his gun? You might want to ask that. Yeah. So the way he holds his gun is actually pretty neat. So you do have to put the three fingers through this hole right here, and then there is a tab right here that goes into its slot right there. Just bring this over, put this over his fingers, and just tap that in, and this thumb right here just goes over that tab, and that is how he holds his gun right there. So that is a really neat trick. I like that. I like how the gun goes over the hand like that. It gives you the illusion that the hand has transformed into the weapon itself, and I do quite like that. I really dig that. I like that very much. So yeah. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna leave this like that. But if you really want to store the gun in robot mode, you can just use the same slots that you use in vehicle mode. So of course, but yeah. All in all, I really like this figure. I really do quite like him. I just wish his ankles were a little bit tighter, that's what. But anyway, let us bring in the size comparisons right now. And here we have Sideways compared with his wave mates, Dark of the Moon Bumblebee and Studio Series 86 RC. So you can see how they look together, and they look pretty good together. I really like these figures. Really pretty nicely done figures in my opinion. So let's move on. And just for fun, here we have Sideways compared with the Studio Series Deluxe class Barricade. And with the bot that literally chopped him in half in vehicle mode, Sideswipe. Yeah, you can see how they look together, and I don't know if it's just me, or do they share the same plastic color? And then they're coated with silver paint. I wonder if they're related with each other. Like, hey, I wonder if they're related. I wonder if Sideways is Sideswipe's long lost cousin, and maybe Sideways kind of got jealous of Sideswipe having those cool arm blades, and Sideways decided, you know what, I'm gonna become a Decepticon and show Sideswipe what I'm made of, you know. But honestly, Sideswipe is infinitely better than Sideways, because Sideswipe literally chopped him in half when he was in car mode, and Sideways was pretty much the dumb one when he was like driving in vehicle mode, and he didn't even transform to face against Sideswipe in the film. You know, Sideways literally, he had so much potential, but then he just, it's wasted potential, you know. But you know, yeah, but what do you gotta do, you know? But Autobots have to sometimes kill Decepticons, you know, to save the world. So yeah. But moving on to the last size comparison for today. And there you have Sideways compared with the Studio Series Voyager class Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. Yeah, I can't wait to show you guys a group shot of all the Revenge of the Fallen Decepticons, because it's gonna be a lot. You know, we have 8 Constructicons, then we have Grindor, then we have Starscream. Yeah, and then we have this guy. We have, you know, the Fallen coming out, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot. You know, yeah. I think the only Revenge of the Fallen Decepticon that we need is Demolisher. Other than that, we're pretty much done with the Revenge of the Fallen Decepticon cast, I think. Yeah, we're pretty much done with the Revenge of the Fallen Decepticon cast. We just need Demolisher, and then we're done with the Revenge of the Fallen Decepticons. We're almost there. So, that is pretty much it for the Robot Mode comparisons right here. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Decepticon Sideways, and I think this is a pretty nicely done figure. You know, the vehicle mode actually looks pretty good, despite not being an officially licensed Audi. You know, it still looks pretty good in my opinion. I love the silver paint that Hasbro put on him. I love it. The robot mode looks pretty good too. I love that head sculpt. That head sculpt is just beautiful. I love that. It's very nice and shiny. I dig that. You know, I like the gun. I like how the gun goes over the hand. It works. You know, it actually looks pretty cool. It's very neat. The transformation works as it should. You know, it's smooth. It's enjoyable. So I got no complaints with the transformation. The articulation, definitely. It could have been better. I wish the ankle tilts could have been a lot more, you know, movable. You know, it's only a little bit movement, but I wish there could a little bit more range of movement for the ankles. My only issue with this figure is the looseness of the ball joints for the feet. They should have been tighter. They could have been tighter, but hey, that's an easy fix. You can put a tissue into the ball socket and make it tighter, or you can just use some floor polish to tighten up the ball joint, and there you go. And there's, yeah, because sometimes it can be hard to make this guy stand. You know, it's definitely, it's pretty much a chore to get this guy to stand, but it's doable. You know, it's doable. See, he's standing just completely fine. So, but. And of course, you know, there's hollowness for the legs right here. Yeah, I know it's a bit unfortunate, but you know, I have to accept it. You know, it's a mainline figure. You know, I don't expect it to be a perfect toy. So no, it's not a perfect toy. There are definitely some things that could have been tweaked a little bit more. You know, but all in all, though, I think this one looks a lot better than the original Revenge of the Fallen Sideways toy. The original one looked okay, but the proportions were a little bit off. I think this one pulls off the robot mode a lot better. It has better proportions. You know, I definitely like the screen accuracy here. I like how he has the door wings as he's supposed to have. And yeah, and all in all, though, he's pretty well done. You know, of course, you know, the robot mode could have used more silver paint here and there, but they saved the silver paint budget for the car mode, so that's understandable. But yeah, so I have very, very minor issues with this guy, but a lot of positives. You know, a lot of positives. I overall enjoy this figure a lot. I really like him. I like this figure so much, and yeah. Yeah, so if I were to rank this guy from a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this guy a good. I'm gonna give this guy a good 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, he definitely needed more paint here and there to break stuff up. You know, there's too much dark gray around him, so he definitely needed more silver paint to, you know, to spruce things up. And of course, the feet could have been tighter. They definitely could have been tighter. But other than that, I'm fine with this guy. So 8.5 out of 10 is not a bad score. It's not a bad score. So. But what do you guys think of this figure? Do you guys think this is a good figure? I mean, I personally think so. I think so. So yeah, I mean, 8.5 out of 10. He's a good figure in my opinion. I think, yeah, and it's definitely the best possible mainline movie sideways figure that we could have ever gotten, you know, from Hasbro. So yeah, that's just me. That's just my opinion. So yeah, all in all, though, I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with this one. So. I got this guy from My Toy M Corp. You know, if you're in Malaysia, you definitely should check out My Toy M Corp. That shop is really, really good. You know, it gives you some nice deals, you know, for the price, and it has a lot of figures for you to choose from. So yeah, do check out My Toy M Corp if you're from Malaysia. But if you're from elsewhere, hunt it down. You know, you can check your Walmarts, check your Targets. You know, hey, just anywhere that's a toy shop. Anywhere that's a toy shop, go and check it out, because I do recommend this guy. I do recommend him. So yeah. And I'm sure that you will have a blast with this figure in your collection. So alright, so that is pretty much it for today's video review. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the channel, or if this is your first time watching this channel, I'd suggest that you would click that subscribe button down below, and while you're at it, click that notification bell icon down below as well, so that you would know when my new videos are up and ready. And you can always check out my Studio Series Reviews playlist for any videos you may have missed, so I'll post a link to that playlist in the description down below. And I think that's pretty much it for me to say. So they have the Transformers Studio Series number 88 Deluxe Class Decepticons Sideways, and this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out to all of one, and I'll see you guys next time. Yeah!
Greetings, Transformers fans. My name is Alita1. I would like to thank you for watching JJ Prime Reviews. If you would like to see more reviews, live unboxings, or even tutorials on the channel, hit the subscribe button and smash that bell icon to get notified when a new video is uploaded on the channel. Thank you, and see you next time. Till all are one.